It's often said about Ferraris that there's no such thing as a cheap one, as there's likely to be several major things wrong with it that will quickly add up to the same price as a good Ferrari, or even higher. But is the same true for sports car marque with a less of a premium heritage, like Lotus for example? I found a turbocharged Lotus Esprit at auction, being estimated at less than £10,000. What's wrong with it? What's right with it? What might you need to spend? Is it a bargain buy or just balmy? Keep watching to find out, and why not hit the subscribe button whilst watching this short channel ident. So here is the car in question, on sale at Manor Park Classics Southampton, what used to be Barron's Auctions. Click on the link in the description to see more detail. It's a black 1989 Lotus Esprit Turbo SE, the SE standing for Special Equipment, which was the first major revision after the Peter Stevens restyling created a series of Esprit known as the X180. The SE's 2.2 litre turbocharged engine delivers 268 horsepower, 50 more than the non-SE turbo, and up to 284 on overboost, thanks to its multi-point fuel injection system and a turbo intercooler, called a charge cooler by Lotus. Visually, the SE got a new front air dam with 5 air ducts, new wing mirrors, borrowed from a Citroën CX, wider parallel side skirts, and a low-level rear wing. A removable sunroof panel was also standard on the SE. Inside, the instrument panel was given a walnut veneer, and most other surfaces were clad with leather. In decent shape, these cars typically change hands for between £20,000 and £30,000. So why is this one guided between £7,500 and £9,500, some £10,000 to £20,000 cheaper? Well, it won't have escaped your notice that this car doesn't look so great externally. It's not even a 10-foot car. You'd probably have to step back to around 20 feet to not notice the extensive lacquer peel or clear coat breakdown. It's pretty much all over the car, and most likely caused by being kept outdoors in the sun, rain, and anything else that the British climate could throw at it. Add in multiple scuffs and scrapes, and broken lower sections of the front and rear valances, and you can see that cosmetically this car needs a lot of attention. What would this facelift cost then? Well, if you put the whole job out to a fiberglass body specialists, who might want to sand it down to the gel coat and repaint, you could be looking at as much as £20,000. It may be possible to deal with the lacquer peel yourself, using an upright razor blade to knock off the edges, a going over with fine wet and dry, then a polisher with some cutting compound to even things out. You'd also need to make good the repairs to the scuffs, scrapes and other damage before getting a fresh clear coat applied all over. Having made the body look better, you'd probably want to refurbish the OZ alloys too, and fit new tyres. All of this will be very, very time consuming, but doing it yourself, at least the prep work, could save you thousands. But the expenditure doesn't stop there. Equally evident when you open the doors and look inside. Whilst the leather trim across the dash and instrument binnacle and on the doors is pretty good, and likely just needs a deep clean and nourish, the leather on the seats is cracked and split, and needs retrimming. Likewise, the gaiters on the handbrake and gear stick would benefit from being replaced. Just doing the seats and gaiters will probably cost £3,000 or more. Hopefully it can blend in with the rest of the cleaned up leather, but if not, it will cost nearer £10,000 for a full cabin retrim. You could probably add in maybe £300 to refurbish the steering wheel and another £500 for the walnut veneer. It all depends on whether you just want to make it presentable or showable. The good news is that mechanically the Esprit has been well looked after, with the previous owner keeping the car for 19 years, and it was driven more than 50 miles to the auction house without issue. There are also several invoices with the car to show recent maintenance and servicing expenditure, as well as a long MOT. So, is it a bargain buy or just balmy? Well, let's assume it sells for the upper end of the estimate, £9,500. We then have to add buyer's premium of 12.5% plus VAT, which is £1,425. We take the worst case then, getting a full body shop respray and a full interior retrim, adding £20,000 and £10,000 respectively. Plus £400 for alloy wheel refurb, maybe £750 for tyres. That's just over £42,000, which is well beyond the range that the Turbo SE typically sells for. So it is a little bit balmy, as you would struggle to recoup that cost unless it was done really, really well. But if you can do much of the bodywork prep yourself and can get away with a partial interior retrim, you could reduce those costs to maybe £5,000 and £3,000, making the total around £20,000. Sold well, that could give a reasonable profit. Not forgetting, of course, that the early to mid-80s turbos now change hands for over £40,000, so it might be worth hanging on to. If you've enjoyed the video and got this far, and quite frankly if you've not enjoyed it, why are you still watching? Drop me a comment on what you think it would cost. And don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more classic car content. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.